Good afternoon, everybody. Jen Johnson here, and I am so excited. We have a new book for you guys that we're going to be working on. Welcome on, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We are on a new book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is horrible lighting. Let me get in a different position here. Is this better? Kind of, not really. This is really bad lighting today. So, I'm really excited. Where is everybody tuning in from? Let's go this way. Here we go. This is better. And by the way, I'm doing this panoramic style. I saw that Periscope fixed that, which is nice because now, videos actually get better views, higher ratings when you can do panoramic videos. Didn't know if you knew that, but that's a little tip for you guys. So I'm going to put this thing in my little sticky thingy here. Okay. You're in LA soon. Yeah, Waxman, awesome. So, how to win friends and influence people. This is a really important topic, you guys. This is probably, I'm trying to get this all situated here. This is really, really important because we are in a relationship building industry, and no better way to build relationships if you can influence people and build those relationships strong. So, I'm having technical difficulties here. Let's see if that'll stand up straight. Good, now I can be hands-free. Oh, thank you so much. So, yeah, I didn't really get ready. I just took notes. Good news is that this book doesn't have as long of chapters, but this first chapter, of course, was a little longer. So there's only a few that are long, but most of them are actually a little have better timing with them, so we don't have to take up your entire day. But dealing with people is probably, the biggest problem people face. This is the foundation of how to win friends and influence people, and it's, so true that you really need that to sustain yourself, especially in the industry that most of us are in. Thank you so much for the hearts, by the way. I really appreciate it. So developing strategies for dealing with people, can be more complex. Messaging speed is instantaneous. Communication is multiplied rather than making the principles in the smoke obsolete. Major changes, Carnegie's principles are more relevant than ever. So, they represent the foundation of every sound strategy with your marketing and branding, apologizing to your spouse or pitching to investors. If you don't begin with the right foundation, it is easy to send the wrong message to offend or to fall embarrassingly short of your objective. So, it is more important than ever in our era, of hair trigger balances with a false or misunderstood word may create as much disaster as, a sudden thought or act. So it's really important to choose our words wisely. Consider the era of hair trigger balances in which we live in today. More than 50 years after server and the phrase stakes are higher, the distinction is more difficult. The word of every nonverbal cue, every silent stare is scrutinized, and it has never been, one wrong move can, basically have far greater implications. A lot of people, the way you look at people, the way just little sudden things, people can really take the wrong way. So we really want to be, cognizant of that. So, in other words, people skills that lead to influence have as much to do with the messenger, a leader in some right, as with the medium. This book will show you how and why that is true. There is no such thing as a neutral exchange. You leave someone either a little better or a little worse. The best among us leave, a little better with every nod, every inflection, every interface. This one idea embody daily as significant results. It will improve your relationships and expand your influence with others, but it will do so because of the daily exercise, greater character and compassion that comes from you. So I am definitely reading notes, guys. So if you're asking any questions and I'm not getting to them, just let me know at the end and we can go through that. But I appreciate all the positive feedback. So aren't we all moved by altruism? You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming more interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get people interested in you. So that's That's pretty powerful stuff right there. We live in an unprecedented era, self-help and self-promotion. You know, we watch YouTube videos like, you know, the double rainbow go viral in the matter of weeks. Been going to this sort of global attention people used to bring your badge for years, even decades to obtain. You know, we witness, allegedly leaked sex videos create overnight celebrities. You know, there's just so much craziness that we see within social media and how people can gain so much status and, be glorified for the smallest things, right? So there is a lot of temptation with that, you know, but for many... But for those who understand the basics of human relations, there is a far better, more, sustainable way to operate with self-help and self-promotion and are not inherently, deficient pursuits. So problems always arise when the stream of self-actualization is dammed with us. You are 1 in 7 billion. Your progress is not meant for you alone. So you want to help others progress as well. The truth to shape your communication decisions, the sooner you will see that the quickest path to personal or professional growth is not in hyping yourself to others, but in sharing yourself with them. So that's why we talk a lot about sharing your story, sharing, your path, how you got to where you are. If you're really successful, instead of bragging about it, be humble, but and feel blessed for where you've come and how far you've come, and share that story to inspire others. Influential people must be more than savvy communicators as well. Communication is simply an outward manifestation of our thoughts or our intentions, and people can read that, you guys. People can smell, from through social media, through Facebook, when you want something or you need something, and you're after them for ill intentions. And our conclusions about the people around us, the 2 highest levels of influence are reached when people follow you because of what you have done for them, and people follow you because of who you are. And that guy. So when generosity and trustworthiness surround your behavior, this gives a sustainable impact. It has to be authentic. Every communication opportunity has to matter. Every message you send build trust, convey gratitude, and add value to the recipients. This is a clear distinction between influence that is borrowed and is difficult to sustain, an influence that is earned. Carnegie was the master of influence that is earned. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain about others' interests, and if you're wrong, admit it. It's okay to be wrong. And humble yourself. Others save face. Such principles don't make you clever conversationalist or a resourceful raconteur. It reminds you to consider others' needs before you speak, to encourage. You, address difficult subjects. And let's see here. I'm just reading through this. You reward rich, enduring friendships, trustworthy transactions, compelling leadership, and distinguishing trademark. So we live in an age, basically, where the world, can hear your words. Where global accountability is a very real possibility for our communication. Catastrophes can follow us indefinitely. It is neither wise or necessary to criticize others to make your messages more effective, more important, for more newsworthiness. The degree to which you could be heard today is the best thought of not as a burden or a blessing, but as a responsibility to those who accept responsibility with humility, compassion, and trustworthiness. So, are much quicker, and they're also, much quicker to rise because others remain willing to listen. So again, guys, thanks for the hearts. Thanks for all the comments. Really appreciate it. And awesome. Yeah, I'm hoping all this is making sense to you guys. So what do you do when the best road to business growth goes through someone with whom you have already burned a bridge, a relational bridge? Competition is healthy and should be respected. Collaboration is critical and should be protected. So messages meaningful by removing your agenda, but you're tweeting big news to large fan bases or updating a handful of board members, it's wise to remember that no one wants a barrage of what's important to you about all the recipients of every bite of your communication. One value of all you do is still theirs, their ears, inboxes, and iPhones with descriptions of your latest problem or biggest gripe. They're not going to listen for long. So this is why we say don't air your dirty laundry on social media. You want to, not everybody lives a perfect life. Yeah, we all have struggles. We all have problems. But you know what? It's not for the world to constantly be hearing the negative. No one likes a negative Nelly. So you want to make sure you're keeping everything positive, but maybe, it's in your approach. It's in the way you say something. Maybe spin it to where you can ask the question or a call to action to see if people can relate to it, or ask the advice, in a positive way, not by just airing your dirty laundry. So whenever you're, upset or irritated or in a bad mood or just not in a positive place, it's best to wait until you cool off before you start airing that dirty laundry, or before you go and make some post out of anger, because it will reflect on who you are, and people are always watching you. So calm yourself before communicating to other people. When you were put off, the first 5 minutes are usually the most volatile. If you can train yourself to, respond when you're cooled off, you will save yourself from some back scratching and brown nosing down the road. While we all have our moments, indiscretion, there is a little worse than a private indiscretion gone public. There's nothing worse than that. So save yourself the small trouble and potentially extensive dilemma by taking a step back before spouting something you might come to regret. Well, there is always something to say. Get appraisal of another. It is good to remember that there is always something to be said in appraisal of you too. For in the way you judge, you will be judged, and by your standard of measure, it will be measured to you. I like that. That's a good post if someone wants to make that as a quote. And while it is difficult at times to downplay our right to speak freely, a quick scan through history, will remind us that the greatest influencers and those who held their tongue and swallowed their pride when the tide of negative emotion was rising. To win friends and influence others in today's world takes less, takes elegance, takes grace, takes self-deprecation. Think about this. I'll get to that in 1 second. If I am the problem with the world and you are too, and we can stop worrying about who's right and who's wrong and get on with the work of, just making the world better. Hello. So I hope this makes sense to you guys. This book, it's How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And this is all related to the digital world because, nowadays, guys, we have so much available to us through social media and through different platforms to really, get yourself out there, create new relationships, and build up that influence. So I always say, just lead with your heart. If you can lead with your heart, people are going to see that. That is going to get you a lot further, as it mentioned, than it would if you were just out there with wrong intentions or with the intention to, better yourself. That's why I love this industry. I love being able to help other people. I want my team and the people that I work with to be more successful, because in the long run, that will automatically help you grow anyways. So, again, the book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Hi, love. My daughter just showed up. And, we're going to be going through these chapters throughout the week. I believe Shannon Nelson is up tomorrow. And we decided to change the time. I know for me, afternoon time is better for me personally. And I think it's great because, a lot of people can watch this on their lunch breaks if they're at work and things like that. So we did push it a little bit. So I hope this was a great time for all of you. And, if you guys have any questions, always feel free to reach out to us. We love helping everybody, no matter the company you're in. We all just want to collaborate, get connected, and work off of each other's strengths, because as mentioned in the last book we were doing, one of the last books, the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, not everybody has all 21 different leadership skills. We all have to work off of each other's strengths and build with each other. So Yeah, so definitely follow from all the way from Denmark. Woo woo, love it. So feel free to reach out to us on Facebook. It's Jennifer Johnson 413, or you can reach out to me on the Diamond Lab. I will always be posting the videos on my Diamond Lab page for those of you who are not able to make it to the scope within the first 24 hours. Thank you so much, and I hope this book is really going to help you guys. We really want to strengthen our communication skills, and I truly think because we live in a digital world that our communication skills are truly lacking, you know, especially with people who just love to text message. You notice people don't get on the phone as often. Having a phone conversation is somewhat rare for some people, because they're just not used to it. We've gotten so conditioned in a technological society to do things that take the less time. But in the long run, building communication and getting back on the phone, getting back to those old school ways are really, really going to help strengthen you as a person and you as an influencer in helping you build your business. So I'm excited for what's to come. These chapters are really short and sweet, which I love because it's packed with good nuggets, and it doesn't take up all of your day, which is great. So if anybody has any questions, again, feel free to reach out. You guys are awesome. Go crush it today. It's Deb Smashworthy. Yes. So we'll have to come up with one, Shannon. But you guys are all awesome. Take care. I'm going to be on here in a little bit talking about another topic of how to reach out to your warm market and your hot market. I feel like a lot of people struggle with that, especially if you have friends that have been in your phone list forever and you're just not sure how to approach them because it's kind of awkward. So stick around for that. I'll be back on here in a little while, and I'll be going over with you guys some ways to attack that. And talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.
Mom.